Imagine this. You are fresh out of the hospital having undergone an extensive heart surgery. Suddenly, you find yourself craving Jollibee, which is weird because you've been a loyal McDo fan your entire life. In fact, you've never even set foot inside of a Jollibee. So now why does it feel like as if your entire existence depends on tasting that famous, beloved Chicken Joy? Surprised? Well, what if I told you that this wasn't just some bizarre coincidence? Good day, everyone. My name is Marga Sanchez, and today I'll be talking about a medical phenomenon that I am sure will intrigue you. So, fun fact. Did you know numerous studies have shown that patients who have undergone heart transplants may exhibit traits and behaviors similar to those of their donors? So that's right. Quite literally, the heart has a way of passing on memories, emotions, and yes, even food cravings. So if this is true, what implications might this have on our understanding to love and feel from the heart? Could that same possibly be true? First, to understand this medical phenomenon, we must first grasp the concept of cellular memory. First of all, let's kick things off with neurological memory. Yes, you heard that right. The heart has its own nervous system, often dubbed as the heart brain. Packed with thousands of nerves, it enables the heart to communicate with the rest of the body. Some scientists theorize that these nerve cells might just store emotional information too. Second of all, we have energetic memory. Basically, each heart and person has their own specific energy. You know that. Some people are introverts, some people are extroverts. People have their own different energies. Basically, this theory says that once someone gets a new heart, the energy from the heart of its old owner is passed on to the next. Cool, isn't it? Lastly, we have genetic and epigenetic memory. Our DNA is like a blueprint of who we are. So, if it is transferred or given to someone else, they get the blueprint of our data too. So interesting. But to piece together all this information, let's add a human perspective. So today I've gathered 5 experiences for you of people who have experienced this phenomenon. So first of all, let's tackle change in taste. First, let's meet a 48-year-old woman whose palate shifted overnight. She started craving for green peppers and chicken nuggets. So the first thing she did when she was fresh out of the hospital, she got in her car and went to the KFC drive-thru. So when she met the family of her donor, she asked if he liked green peppers. And the family said, of course he loved green peppers. But you know what he loved the most? Chicken nuggets. Fun fact. When the donor was found dead in a motorcycle accident, they found under his jacket a box of chicken nuggets. Interesting, isn't it? So, second of all, we have shift in music preference. So, after his heart transplant, a man who had always hated classical music suddenly just found himself drawn to it. He thought to himself, this isn't from my donor, because his donor was a 17-year-old African man. And he said, and I quote, someone from the hood would never listen to this. But it turns out his donor was a violinist who had died on the way to a music lesson. His music teacher said that he breathed and loved and felt music in every part of his soul. And in fact, just like the story earlier, he was found holding his violin case when he died. And third of all, we have new emotions and fears. So, this is about the story of a mother who was talking about her 9-year-old son who had just undergone a heart transplant. But what struck me even more was a 9-year-old boy who received the heart of a 3-year-old girl. And he started feeling emotions he said were from his donor. He said, she feels very sad and afraid. I tell her it's okay, but she says she wishes parents wouldn't throw away their children. I don't know why she says that. Imagine that. a 9-year-old boy saying that about his 3-year-old heart donor. The boy didn't even know who his donor was in the first place or how she died. But it turns out the 3-year-old girl had drowned in a pool when her mother left her with a teenage babysitter because she was too busy and sad going through a divorce with her husband and spending too much time with her new boyfriend. And the mother of the donor even said that she wished she spent more time with her daughter before she died. And fourth, we have change in temper. One recipient said, and I quote, "The new heart has changed me. The person whose heart I got was a calm person, not hectic. And his feelings have passed on to me now." Whoa. And lastly, we have an altered sense of identity. Another incredible story involves another young boy who, without knowing the details of his donor, began affectionately referring to his new heart as belonging to Timmy, the very nickname of the 3-year-old boy who was his donor. In fact, his name was actually Thomas, but only his family called him Timmy. But the young boy didn't know that. He just said to his family that he now has a little sibling inside of him who he calls Timmy. Whoa. These remarkable stories show that a piece of the donor's essence lives on through the heart. While science can't fully explain these experiences, they certainly spark a lot of discussions and debates. So as we reflect on these experiences, let's also remember to approach others with kindness and empathy. Because we never know what others are going through. You never know, they might have gone through a heart transplant and they start feeling different things. They might have a change in food, music, temper, emotions, even identity. Just as we didn't know that our heart might actually carry on our emotions and soul, we may not fully understand what others experience physically or emotionally. So, let us use these uncertainties to invite us to be humble and kind and compassionate. And, just like we conclude each Lasallian prayer, live Jesus in our hearts forever. Let's commit to spreading kindness, love, and understanding in our hearts. Thank you for joining me on this thrilling journey of learning the beautiful stories of others. Thank you.